Good morning from Palermo again. Today we're taking the bus to the way to the train station, and we are going to rent a car today to discover a little bit the outskirts of Palermo, or maybe also go to the beach. It's going to be a road trip today. And some people of you might think why I'm wearing this funny hat since a few episodes. This is because I have to be very careful with the sun, because this hat gives me protection also on the side, because they cut out some cancer here on the side. It's very well healed already now, but it was a cut of 2 centimeters, and I'm happy that it's gone now, so I have to be careful with the sun. Let's go and get the car.
Bus ticket is 140 per person, but if you buy it in the bus, it's 180. And he took change money from his pocket, so I don't know how serious it was.
Now we picked up the rental car and we are on our way to the church.
The church outside
of Palermo.
There's something.
Rental car was super easy to pick up, 40 euros, 4 days. The link is below, and we even got an upgrade to a Polo, which looks like a Passat almost. The cars are getting bigger each time, but a big car here in Sicily is not so practical actually.
We're here in Monreale, which is about 25 minutes by car from Palermo. You can get here by bus in 40 minutes. And the highlight here is definitely the cathedral built by Charles II. And he wanted to be better than his father that built, for example, the castle in Cefalù or the church in Cefalù. And this is mainly made of mosaic inside. It has 68,000 square meters of mosaic, which is about the size of the White House in Washington. This is the biggest, currently biggest mosaic church in the world. It's the second biggest ever, because the biggest is the Hagia Sophia in Istanbul. But as it's been converted into a mosque on the 5th century, the mosaic biblical figures were whitewashed, so now this is the biggest mosaic church in the world.
Cathedral is actually a perfect example of 3 different types of architecture. It's Byzantine architecture, Normannic architecture, and Arabic architecture mixed. And only for the mosaic inside of the cathedral they use more than 6 tons of gold, can you imagine? And we are now in the cloister, or in the convento next to the cathedral, and right now we are in the cloister, which has is 46 by 46 meters in length and has more than 200, or not more, exactly 216 pairs of pillars, and every second pair of pillars is beautifully decorated also with gold mosaic, and each of them differently. This is really, really impressive. And the garden itself is very beautiful because you have a pomegranate tree there as well. It's more chilled and relaxed than in the cathedral, which is very full with tourists, so it's a nice place to come here. Each top of the columns has also a different decoration with biblic ornaments and fairy tale ornaments, etc. So really, really impressive.
And on one of the pillars there's a scenery where you can see William II offering the cathedral to the Madonna.
El baño es acá arriba o abajo.
And about an hour and 20 minutes from Palermo and Monreale lies the town of Trapani, facing west from Sicily to the ocean. And from here you can take a cable car to this little village of Erice. And Erice is on the hilltop at 751 meters altitude, and we're going to visit this place now and tell you a little bit more about Erice once we're there. Erice actually is a very old name. Erice, the original name of this place, was the son of Venus and Bute. So that's what gives the name to this place. And it has been holy for the Christians, for the Romans, for the Phoenicians, and for the Byzantine. We are now at the bell tower of the cathedral of the Chiesa Madre, and we have excellent views here around us. So the story tells that the first church was built 4 centuries before Christ here, and this building here was built by Frederick III in 1314, and it was adapted many times until in 1853 the whole thing collapsed. And this one is then what we see now has been built after that in a neo-Gothic style, and for me it looks more like a cream cake, but it's very impressive here on the hilltop of Erice.
Look at these beautiful plates and cutlery.
Made from
Plastic.
So where are we?
This is a coffee place or like a pasteleria which is recommended by Lonely Planet, and it's a must visit, and it has a long history because the children were I think the father died of the family, and the mother had was pregnant with the 6 children, and then she sent 2 of her children to a cloister, to a convento, to learn how to make pastry. And the children were suffering many years and making cakes and peeling almonds from the morning until dark. And then at the age of 20 or 22, the woman left, and her name is La Pasteleria di Maria Grammatico. And she opened her own place and started selling pastry, and now she's very famous and the place to be to eat pastry. Bon appetit.
From the top of Erice you have a great view on the city of Trapani, the Egadi Islands at the back, and the Salinas de Trapani. That's a salt factory where they prepare apparently the finest salt in Italy, just next to the port in Trapani.
Another site in Erice is the Castle de Venere, which is built actually on the ancient temple of Venus, or let's say a harem, which they used to have here. And the entrance fee is another €4, and it's a little bit a pity because it's not included into the circuit. But there's not much to see, just the grassy interior and the ancient walls, and of course spectacular views over Trapani and the Salinas. But that's what you see also from the sides, so we were actually not going in.
The last church we promise is the Martino Church, built by the Roger the Norman. And this used to be the place where the king was brought when he came to Erice, because it has very opulent rooms. It's very simple from the outside, but very, very opulently decorated inside. And this has been very recently renovated, so it's very beautifully done.
This was our day in Monreale. Amazing, beautiful Duomo. We have seen so many churches already, but this church is just mind-blowing. So if you come here, be sure you don't miss it. And also, in Erice, the views from the plateau, from the city, over Sicily are just spectacular. There's so much to see here in Italy, or here in Sicily, also in Italy, of course. So be sure if you come to Palermo to take enough time with you. Thank you very much for watching this vlog from the way we saw it. Make sure to subscribe to our channel and also to Facebook and Instagram. See you soon in the next vlog. Bye bye.